everyone, I'm Cheswick44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Hordes of the Underdark. Last episode, we found our way towards this mysterious village that appears to have just appeared on this island. When we did, we found it was filled with winged elves who are acting very strange. They're acting like they shouldn't belong up in the mountains and should belong down here in these caves. This is their queen, who has moved into this cave and is very harsh and angry and doesn't want to talk to anyone. We also found a couple other people who were kind of acting sad and very strange, and we found a merchant who just didn't want to be a merchant, apparently. Things are strange here. I'm starting to get hints of what it might be, but still. Oh yes, we also happened to... It sounded like there was a cursed mirror that they had. That broke, and the pieces shattered and went everywhere. So we've got this thing, which... Okay, I think they... I think maybe... Oh, wait! It's moving faster. This compass thing was supposed to, I think, tell us...
Over here,
oh!
Look at this.
Where the merchant hid his glass shard. I believe we found it. This appears to be a piece of broken glass, as if from a mirror. Although you can't be certain, it seems as if the images on the surface are twisted and warped in strange and bizarre ways. Perhaps this shard has come from a mirror with magical properties. Apparently the shard was... There was also a shard held by the queen, but she gave it to this, this drow that's been running around. Let's take a look in the mirror, in the library here. Maybe it'll tell us something.
I greet you.
The man in this room snaps smartly to attention as you enter. Hold on just a second, you can't go in here. This library is a public place. Come back when we're closed. That doesn't make any sense. He nods, mulling over your words. Yes, that does seem a bit illogical, doesn't it? Suddenly a spasm of pain grips him, and when he shakes his head, his moment of lucidity is gone. My name's Ulithar, and I've got a job to do here at this library. I have to keep people out. I have to protect them from the dangers inside. I have to make sure my wife doesn't hurt them. What's so bad about your wife? His face twists into a mask of revulsion. My wife has lost her mind. She is insane, and she has become a monster. A terrible, deadly creature whose very gaze can turn a man to stone. I'm sorry, your wife is a Medusa? Well, I've dealt with one of them before. Before we came to this place, she was a librarian, and the most beautiful of all the Avariel. She loved her books, and she loved me. Something transformed her into a foul Medusa. I know there is some kind of curse on everyone in this strange town, but I can't... He pauses, and his face twists in agony. It hurts to think of such things. All I know is that before we came here, my only goal in life was to protect my beautiful Quathala. Now my sole purpose is to protect others from her and her madness. I know a Medusa deserves only death, but I spoke to her after she changed, and inside she is still the woman I loved. This change has stripped away her sanity. You spoke to her? How? He answers with a sarcastic laugh. Oh, that's the great joke of all this. My wife became a mad Medusa, and her makeup was transformed into a potion that allowed me to safely gaze upon her. There is powerful magic at work here. Magic that likes to twist and taunt us. His words are cut off as he doubles over in pain. After a second, he composes himself again. In the room on the southern side of the library, the room I once shared with my wife, there is a potion that allows you to look upon her without fear of being turned to stone. But the effect is temporary, and the potion is almost gone. That's why I will stay out here. That and the fact that Quathala has lost much of her sanity. It isn't safe to deal with her. Tell me about yourself. I'm nothing special. Before we came down here, my wife was my whole world. I worked with her here in her library, helping her by greeting the people who came in the door. All I wanted out of life was to protect my wife. But ever since she changed, all I can do is try to protect others about her. Tell me about your wife. Oh, we already have that. How did all you winged elves end up down here? I don't know. It just happened. In an instant, in a flash. We were ripped from the lofty heights of our mountain homes and cast down here into the darkness. I could bear it easily enough if that was all that had happened, but the magic that brought us here also transformed my wife from a beautiful woman into a hideous Medusa. Can you tell me about this town? We are cursed, that much I know. Ah! He gasps as if the admission caused him a sharp jolt of pain. I'm sorry. I don't know much about the town. Since we came down here, I've spent most of my time standing guard, trying to protect people from my wife. I'll be going now. It's probably for the best. Goodbye. Okay. So, room in the south will allow us to...
Oh, what big mess! It takes someone forever to clean up all this. Even
Oh boy, hold on. They said a potion in here. That's not it. Nathira, please don't. There. Potion of sight warding. There, I think now. Okay. The Medusa...
Who comes this way?
The Medusa turns to face you, seemingly oblivious to the fact that you are now immune to her gaze. The snakes of her hair give a little hiss, though it isn't entirely unfriendly.
Hello, and welcome to the library. My name is Quathala. I'm in charge here. I'm sorry, but as you can see, the books can't be checked out right now. I have to burn them.
How did a Medusa end up as a librarian? She recoils from you and covers her face with her hands.
Please, I wasn't always like this. I didn't used to be a monster. I used to be beautiful, the most beautiful of all the Avariel. I had a husband who loved me, but that was long ago. It almost seems like a dream. Now my husband has fled, and all I have left are my books. That's why I have to burn them.
Is there anything I can do for help? She shakes her serpentine locks.
No, I don't think anyone can help me. I know what I've become. I've seen my own reflection in this mirror shard. I thought I could turn myself to stone, but it didn't work. Maybe because the mirror is broken. I don't know. Now I keep the shard with me to remind me of what I've become. It seems a bit unhealthy, but I can't help myself.
Maybe you should give the mirror shard to me.
I'm not going to give my mirror shard to you. It isn't worth much, but it does have some sentimental value for me. Maybe we could play a game for it.
A game? What kind of game?
I miss the back and forth of witty conversation, the intellectual stimulation of two minds in competition. I propose we play a game of riddles. If you win, I'll give you the mirror shard.
And if I lose?
Then you don't get the mirror shard, of course. Now, I have a vast store of knowledge, so it wouldn't be fair for you to ask me riddles. I'd know all the answers. So I'll begin by asking you some riddles. If you can answer my riddle, you win. Simple enough, yes? Shall we begin?
Very well, let's begin.
I'll start with something simple. The riddle is, forget the darkness, look to me for light. Burning, blazing, I am always bright. What is your answer?
I'm just pausing this so that that thing doesn't wear off, but I think there's a catch to this. We have the sun, a torch, mud, a lantern, fire, and 4 of those could be the right answer. But I think I get it. Everything here seems to be reversed, as if looking in a mirror. That must be the curse from this mirror breaking. Those two Avariel, those two winged elves we saw at the beginning were so happy and said everything was so right from them being in the middle of a dank, dark cave instead of on the heights of a mountain. The queen has become harsh and hermit-like instead of ruling as she should. The merchant has basically gotten rid of his own stock and wants things that are worth less than whatever he's buying. This librarian, who was the most beautiful, has become a Medusa, a hideous creature. She says she has to burn the books instead of keep them. The one outside said that nobody could come in and to come back when they were closed. I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be the opposite, so my answer is mud.
Boss? Is you sure? Mud not be bright. It be muddy. Even Deacon knows that.
I'm pretty sure mud is the answer she's looking for. Her eyes opened wide in surprise.
Yes, that's right. I didn't think you would figure it out. Very well, here's the mirror shard as promised. I enjoyed our little game. It was a fun diversion. Now please excuse me, I have to get back to burning these books. Busy, busy, busy. That's a lot of the librarian. I'm sorry, but I'm very busy right now. Too many books and not enough fire. I'm afraid you'll have to come back later once the books are all burnt and completely worthless.
We can look in this book pile here. For a burned book. This book is badly burned. Its charred page is illegible. It is worth less than nothing. Which, now that I think about it, means it was probably something we could have given to the merchant if we hadn't persuaded him. Good to know. Yeah, that worked. Oh, wait. There we go. And we have this mirror shard here. So we have 2 mirror shards. Out of I don't know how many. Still, mission accomplished. I'm gonna rest for a second here. That must be what the curse is. It only makes sense. Everything and everyone is acting completely opposite. Like I said, like if you're looking in a mirror.
Well met.
Be careful if you go up around the palace. The Driders are always hungry. Ah, yes, the Driders in the palace. I think the palace is where we'll go in next. Oh, shit!
Let's get this over with.
They ambushed us.
You breathe your last.
Sabal, that's what her name is. Deal with her. She's a spellcaster, but we can deal with her. She's dodging a lot of attacks, but we'll deal with her. Ah! I think she's about to flee again. We shall meet again, I'm sure. Nethira, why aren't you attacking anyone? Seriously, Nethira, why aren't you attacking anyone? This doesn't make sense why Nethira is being so completely useless here. Cannot rest when there are enemies nearby. Okay, fine, let me move back a bit. Oh. Ah, no wonder. Go deal with that one, and then we'll rest. Nethira, why are you not attacking?
I love that you simply must remember to polish me after this.
I'll keep it in mind. It must be some spell Nethira's casting. I'm going to try talking to her, getting her to actually do something.
Yes,
See
is there
here.
something you need?
know what? I'm gonna go... I don't want you to cast any spells until I say otherwise. We'll see if that will change anything. Alright. Let's go into the castle here, see what we can see. I know it's filled with driders, but... And there they are. Okay, now she's actually attacking. Okay, maybe we should go deal with this Drider Chief. Because he's casting a lot of spells that I don't care for. Same with this Drider Wizard. Okay, Nethira is actually attacking now, so things are actually good. Yeah. Half men have spiders. Like centaurs, but, you know, spiders. Nethira, I get that spells are part of your arsenal, but really it seems like all it was doing is making you not wanting to attack anything. And now you're not attacking anything again! Why do you do that? Deal with this cleric. I want to get rid of it. Please.
Tasting King, hit it again!
Almost. One more. Alright. Didn't mean to hit that button. Okay, we got them all. And they did actually drop loot. And that was the right one. Well, let's loot what we can out of here. A couple of scrolls. Asanti. Asanti was once a demon worshipped by the Kuo-toa, until the tribe that worshipped him was slaughtered, and the demon was captured by a powerful drow wizard. The demon is said to reside in this weapon, which was made for the wizard's pet, a drider named Harahasha. When the wizard's clan was destroyed by a rival family, the weapon was lost in an earthquake that engulfed the wizard's home. Unlimited ammo, which is nice. Don't think we'll be keeping it, though. It'll be sellable. It is sellable. Fire opal, shield of faith, a couple potions, including a potion of death armor. Okay. There's a web there, just there. Drider assassin, eh? Kill it! Nethira, what are you doing? Oh, okay, the Drider assassin decided to run. Oh, there he is. He's just hopping around the place. Nethira, please, what are you doing?
Of course.
Where is this assassin going to be next? There you are.
Just don't drop me, whatever you do! The ground looks dirty!
I'll keep that in mind. Wand of the Heavens, clerics and paladins only. But we killed the assassin. He had poison arrows, a gold piece, and 2 daggers. A +4 dagger, and a dagger we can't get identified. Interesting.
Deacon?
Dingen, please identify. Risk Taker. Damien One Knife, an assassin of great skill who traveled the breadth of Faerun to claim his targets, refused only one quest. A man known only as the Dockman sent him against the legendary Drizzt. Damien knew he was not the equal of the famed Drow warrior and declined. The next day, Damien received a dagger from the dockman as a gift with a gentle request to reconsider the offer. His facilities clouded by the dagger, Damien accepted the offer. He died, never even reaching Drizzt himself, but falling instead to the Ranger's loyal companions. Lower intelligence and wisdom, but a lot of boosts and only usable to assassins. I am not giving that to the assassin in our group because I don't like penalties. There is a lot of loot in here, though, I will say that. Really? Are we full up on clarity or something? We are full up on clarity. Huh. Alright, there must be small rooms over on this side. Okay, we can bash this
that's
web.
it for you!
There we go. Drider Cleric. Kill it! And a regular Drider as well. That wasn't too bad. We got Caltrops, Acid Flask, and Malachite. And not much of anything else, but hey, at least we're dealing with all these Drider and clearing them out. There's a wizard. And easily dealt with. Amethyst, Healer's Kit, Thieves' Tools. And up here, got a large room with a whole bunch of Driders.
Oh, tasting king!
You shall fall!
Driders are not much of a problem, truthfully.
That's it for you!
Look at them falling. They're very annoying in the sound area, though. There we go. All dealt with. Getting quite a few gems out of this. We are getting a fair bit of loot out of all this, so that's definitely nice. And it appears to be everything on this side. Oh, hello there! You were going to ambush me, weren't you? You bastard.
You shall fall!
Let me guess. Yeah, there's on the other side too. Okay, kill the wizard. You sneaky little bastards. Alright, let's take a look in this other room. Deacon appears to have gotten stuck. Of course he is. Hold on, let's get Deacon back. Deacon! There you are. Come on, Deacon. Gotta finish exploring through this place. This episode may actually end up going on a little longer, depending on what we find in the last room. Oh, we did open that. Drider in the storage. Drider dead Drider in the storage. Right. And here we have a library. Driders, not surprising.
Your life is
He leveled up! I like that. Go kill the cleric, please. One, there we go. Okay. Okay, there does appear to be a cocoon in the back here. Yep, I was right. With gold piece and more potions. Alright. Some remains here. And there's another cocoon here. Fire opal, another scroll, and Wand of Fear, Bard, Sorcerer, and Wizard only. And then this path leads over into the main path in. Okay, just a sec, let's level up. We are going to go... Can we actually... We can do Weapon Master. No, let's just go with Fighter. We'll be a Fighter all the way. Search... Persuade... Lore... Discipline. That's it. I believe we're level 19? 19! Alright. Destroy the webs, please. Excellent. And we'll rest before we go in there. No idea what we're going to find. Just give me a sec. There we go. Come on, rest up. I do wonder what we'll find deeper within this palace, this castle. Could be anything. Alright, let us go in. Showery's Fell Throne Room. The Fool.
A jester without an audience? Does nothing in this town make sense?
A single winged elf shuffles forward to greet you. His wings are stunted and his body shrunken and bent. He wears the colorful and badly stained outfit of a court jester. However, though dressed like a capering buffoon, his face lacks the slack-jawed expression one would expect in a monarch's fool, and his eyes seem to have an endless depth to them.
I was wondering when you were going to arrive. No doubt you found our town strange and confusing. Now that you're here, I hope I can clear everything up for you.
I think I know what's going on in this town. You may have figured it out, but there may be some details you are not yet sure of. I understand how incomplete knowledge can be dangerous. It is important you have all the facts. My name is Elicid. I used to be a simple-minded man who danced to amuse Queen Showery, but I have become all-knowing and all-wise ever since we were pulled through the mirror. Mirror? What mirror? When our city was up on the Lost Peaks, Queen Showery possessed a magical mirror. With it she could keep watch on those with great power. She could see what they were doing and planning. Showery used the mirror to keep our kingdom safe, to make sure nobody could ever move against us without our knowledge. She never realized the dangers the mirror possessed. Danger? What kind of danger? The mirror took hold of Showery's mind, part of its curse. She wanted to spy on everyone, including the Archmage Halaster. Halaster sensed her spell of scrying, and he attacked with powerful countermagic. We've seen firsthand what happens to people who end up on the Mad Wizard's bad side. He turned the mirror against us. Our city, the castle, the temple, the library, was wrenched through the mirror, ripped from our mountain perch, and cast down here into the darkness. Everybody pulled through the mirror was twisted into an opposite of the true self. The Queen abandoned her throne. The Fool became all-knowing. The mirror itself shattered, trapping us here. Is there anything I can do to help? If the mirror is repaired, everything will revert back to normal. We will be transported back to the Lost Peaks. Showery will reclaim her throne, and all will be as it should be. I have the mirror frame, but I cannot leave this throne room to gather the pieces. Before, it was forbidden for me to be in here unless Showery was with me. Now, I cannot leave unless she is here. I need someone to bring me the 5 missing pieces of the mirror so I can repair it. If you do this, Liam Johnson, I will give you the mirror. It could be a valuable tool against the Val'Sharess. Why don't you just give the frame to me? I'm not a fool, Liam. Not anymore. No, I think I'll keep the frame for myself for now.
If you bring me the missing shards, I'll give you the mirror, frame and all. I have a mirror shard here for you. A single shard is useless to me, Liam. As part of the curse, I can only accept all 5 of the missing pieces at once if I am to repair the mirror. I told the same thing to Sabal. Sabal? What do you mean? Surely you know who I'm talking about, Liam. The Drow who ambushed you when you first came here were led by Sabal, one of the Red Sisters who serves the Val'Sharess. Nathira nods. I've run into Sabal before. I should have recognized her sooner. She wants to bring the mirror to her mistress, to use it against the seer. I have made her the same offer I am making you. If she brings me the missing pieces, I will give her the mirror. What if Sabal has some of the pieces and I have the others? If you each recover some of the pieces, we will decide who shall be given the mirror once you both return here to me. As wise as I now am, I should be able to come up with a fair solution. Sounds like you're playing Sabal and I against each other. Of course I am. You are both in competition for the same thing. I have to use that to my advantage. I'd be a fool not to. You'd work with Drow? I care only for the Avariel trapped down here. The agent of our salvation is irrelevant to me. Once the mirror is repaired, we will be transported far away from this place. Where can I find the mirror pieces? There are 5 pieces missing from the mirror, but the curse hides their location from me. Still, I understand how the magic works, and I know where they are most likely to be. The buildings here probably each have one. The temple, the library, and the wizard's tower. I also believe Queen Shaori has one, and I would guess the merchant has the last. Tell me about the temple. Located on the west edge of town, it was once a shrine to Airdrifania, goddess of air and birds. The priest, Lomelithrar, was a man devoted to healing others and easing their pain. Now he has become a sadistic follower of Talona, mistress of poison and pestilence. He is very dangerous and completely evil. Be careful in all of your dealings with him. Tell me about the library. The library is to the east of town. Before all this, the librarian herself was said to be the most beautiful of Ariel in the entire kingdom. She lived there with her devoted husband. Except for the palace, the library was hardest hit by the curse. Now it is blocked from my all-seeing vision. I shudder to think what horrors have been unleashed on that place. The librarian and her husband were once good people, but I fear some terrible transformation may have fallen upon them. The curse of the mirror can be a truly terrible thing. Tell me about the wizard's tower. The tower is located on the north end of town and was once the dwelling of the mage Petir. But although he has left the tower, it is still a place of dangerous traps and creatures. Tell me more about Queen Shaori. Queen Shaori was a kind and devoted monarch. She cared more for her people and her kingdom than she did for her own well-being. Of course, all that has changed. She has been transformed into a reclusive hermit who cares nothing for the plight of her people. She now lives in a cave to the southeast of town, past the library. Tell me more about the merchant. The merchant was a greedy but very shrewd businessman. He was by far the wealthiest of all the Avariel, which is why I believe one of the shards would end up in his possession. But since the curse, he has abandoned his shop and given away most of his inventory. I can only hope he still has the mirror shard, or at least knows where it is. Well, we've already been to 3 of them. That leaves the temple and the tower. Alright, how come there are no Driders in here? The fool smiles. The spells that kept the queen from harm now keep me from harm. I don't think the Driders enjoy doing battle against an enemy they cannot defeat. Of course, the same spell that protects me also binds me here. I cannot leave this place. What was once an enchantment to protect is now twisted into an inescapable trap. I want to ask you some questions. If the mirror gets fixed, won't you go back to being the fool? He gives you a rueful smile. You are right, of course. But what is the fate of one against an entire kingdom? I am wise enough to see my own unimportance. Besides, if the spell is reversed, I will once again be simple-minded. I won't even remember what I have lost. At least, that is my hope. In any case, this is a sacrifice that has to be made. I'll be going now. Goodbye, Liam. Come speak to me if you need any help on your quest to find the missing shards. Of course. And it seems like I was correct in my assumptions. It was indeed what I thought. Everything became the exact opposite of what it was. A mirror reflection of the truth, in essence. I don't think Paladin... Yeah, Deacon can't use that. So because of that, we have to deal with all this crap. So it goes, then. Well, next episode we'll move on to explore the remaining two buildings in the town, the temple and the tower. I think perhaps we'll start with the temple and then go to the tower. That seems about right. Temple to the south, tower to the north. But that'll be in the next episode, because this one has gone on long enough. So, until then, I'm Chester44. That is Liam Johnson, Nathira, and Deacon. This has been a Let's Play of Hordes of the Underdark. And I shall see you all next time.